Hey everybody, my name is Rosalind Renee and thank you for stopping by and viewing this video. If you've been following me or seen any of my other videos, you pretty much know who I am and why I am here. But if this is your first time, hello and welcome and thank you for stopping by. Pretty much I started this journey of health and wellness because back in 2002 I was diagnosed with lupus, and with that journey and with that experience I did a lot of self-care and a lot of changing, because on average between the age of 12 and 21 I was taking about 25 to 30 pills a day when I was taking my medicine. And that took a lot out of me. And even when I was taking the medicine correctly, I was noticing that it wasn't benefiting me. It wasn't helping me at all. It was actually making me worse at times. So I really wanted to find a way to really heal myself and really find a way to not have to take the medicine and have to depend on the medicine. So I started learning more about plant-based dieting and just changing my lifestyle in general. So August of 2008, I started college. I started learning more about nutrition, how certain foods are good for us and certain foods are bad for us, and how they affect us overall. And I started implementing those practices and that knowledge to my own life. And long story short, it's been 7 years that I've been on this plant-based lifestyle, this journey, this experience, and I am completely off all my medication. My blood tests are clean. I haven't been sick in 7 years. It'll be 8 years actually, summer 2018. So that's a huge milestone for me, and I'm truly, truly grateful for everything that I've learned, everything that I've experienced, and I'm just here to share whatever I know, to continue to share with you all, to help as many people as possible that have lupus or that just want to change their life and want to be healthier. Because I feel like now, with us being in 2018, we need to really focus more on our health, focus more on our well-being, and start to implement practices that are beneficial to us, because Western medicine isn't getting it. A lot of the medications that we consume aren't helping us. They aren't really doing anything for us. They're causing more side effects than they are supposed to be helping the actual ailment that we're seeking. So it's best to try to seek help as far as just changing your diet, being more aware of what you're putting in your body, and just caring for yourself, because it's ultimately you are the one that's going to have your best interests at heart. You're the one that knows what's best for you and your body. So today I'm here pretty much to just share how I was able to get off all of that medication and how I was able to pretty much heal. And one of the practices that I used was, I read this book by Professor, I'm sorry, I can't remember his name right now, but it's called the mucusless diet or the mucus free diet. And read his book, and also I was practicing or studying after Dr. Sebi. And Dr. Sebi was a man that healed a lot of different ailments like lupus, leukemia, AIDS, HIV, so many other things, diabetes. He did a lot of great things while he was here on this earth. And he has a village out in Honduras, the Yusha village, that actually still does a lot of those practices as well, where a lot of people go out there for healing and self-care. So practicing or studying after those two men, which I'll link in the bio as well if you would like to know more about who they are, just studying after them and learning what they were doing, and learning more about just the foods that we eat really helped me. Because again, specifically Dr. Sebi, he taught that we should consume non-hybrid, organic, indigenous foods, which is very, very true, because the foods that we ate or that our ancestors ate is the blueprint of pretty much what it is that we need to consume for ourselves to heal. Because they didn't have medicine back then. They didn't have pharmaceuticals. What their medicine was their food. Them going out into the fields, into the gardens, into the forests, and different places to find these herbs and these vegetables and these fruits that not only taste good, but they had healing properties, very powerful healing properties at that. And so just studying after Dr. Sebi and knowing and finding out the different types of foods, indigenous foods, different types of non-hybrid foods that we should be consuming more of, that are amazing for our bodies, and that releases the mucus naturally from our bodies. It was a great lesson for me, and it was very enlightening for me, and it made me realize that a lot of the foods that I was used to eating growing up pretty much wasn't good for me at all. Which, another thing that I was blessed to be able to have was my great grandmother. She lived to be 100 years old, and I was blessed to be able to be around her for quite some time, and watching how she navigated the world, and watched how she would eat certain foods, how she wouldn't do certain things. Like, she didn't use the microwave, which I even now don't even like to use a microwave. I don't even own one, so I don't use one at home. But especially if I'm out somewhere, like at work or something like that, I definitely try not to use a microwave, or at school. But yeah, it's just watching her do that, and then learning just about food in general from her. There were certain foods that she wouldn't eat, like they started producing the seedless watermelons and stuff like that. Like, she wouldn't touch it, and I don't even like the seedless seedless fruits like the watermelons and the grapes, because they don't taste good to me. And I just knew from experience, or just it was just a sense in me that was telling me that's not right. Something's not right about that. And I never saw any of that growing up. So why would I eat that now as an adult? So, definitely being around her and other people that were that were elders that I grew up around, just seeing how they navigated the world, seeing how they would, eat certain foods, and how they would cook with certain things. And it just really made an impact on my life, and it inspired me in a way to continue on with that, to want to learn more about natural medicine and herbs and healing, and natural healing at that. So it made a big impact on me, and I'm thankful, because it made the journey not as hard to transition 7 years ago to the plant-based lifestyle, because I had that background in just being around my elders, and having that sense within myself already that natural healing is a natural thing, that is something that we're supposed to have and that we're supposed to do, that we're not supposed to be here to take medicine and live off medication, and that what we have here on earth, what God put here on earth for us, is what we need. We don't need anything else. And yeah, we just have to learn how to use it properly, how to utilize what we already have, and go from there, and not have to worry about being dependent on anything else. So some of the foods, just off the top of my head, that we could do or consume more rather, that are indigenous, that are non-hybrids, are more pretty much like tropical foods. So like foods that are like mangoes, papayas, grapes with seeds in them, watermelons with seeds, key limes or limes that have seeds in them, fruits like dark kale, watercress, dandelion, which is considered a weed here in the States and possibly everywhere else. They considered it a weed, but it's a very, very powerful super green or just a green vegetable in general that's healthy for your blood, helps to cleanse and remove the mucus of the body. And there's so many other foods. And if you would like to know more about this mucusless diet or these non-hybrid foods, you can always email me, RosalindRenee@gmail.com, and I will be sure to send you any information that you would like about this lifestyle and about any of this information that I may have, because I feel like so many more people need to know this, because there's so many people, especially in the Black community, the brown community, people of color in general, we are dying from things that we shouldn't be dying from, because most of the diseases that we die from are food related. And it's because of the access that we have to foods, the education and the knowledge that we have about food, and the types of food that we eat, because a lot of the functions that we have are based around food, whether it's a funeral, a wedding, a birthday party, a childbirth, whatever it may be, any type of celebration that we have in the Black or brown community, it's based around food. And a lot of the foods that we traditionally eat are not healthy, or if they are healthy, we cook them in a way or we prepare them in a way that are no longer healthy for our body. So it's definitely very important that we learn more about these types of foods, so that we can pass it along to the next generation, so that our children and their children and their children can be healthier, and so that they can continue to build and to grow in a way that they're more powerful, they're more equipped for the world, and that they have more of the authority that we were given, by God and by spirit and by our higher selves, to be able to function and to overcome in this world and be the powerful beings that we really are. So again, if you would like to learn more about the non-hybrids, the indigenous foods, the mucus-free diet, please email me, rosalindrenee@gmail.com. If you would like to try to find out how you too can also get off of the medication, how you can become lupus free, be sure to also email me. You can also find me on other social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, also as Rosalind Renee, and I am here to serve you and help you in any way that I possibly can. Thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll be back for any other information that I would like to share with you all. Have a great day. Bye.